Sports to the bone here again, man. Shout out to all my viewers and subscribers. So today we have a little cricketing topic that we want to just take a look at. We see where former Australian captain and legend Ian Chappell is suggesting that players should be allowed to use natural substances to aid in swing bowling. Now, just a quick note. This information as it relates to Ian Chappell, I got off the ESPN Crick Info website. So this is not something that just came off the top of my head. Was scrolling through the ESPN website and I saw where Ian Chappell was making some suggestions. Now, alright, moving right along. So persons familiar with bowling in cricket, especially pace bowling, would be aware that bowlers use saliva and sweat to polish the ball. Now, this is a way of getting one side of the ball shiner than the other side. This helps in swing bowling, as the wind will pass faster over the shiner side of the ball. So basically how it is done is that the pace bowler would apply either some sweat or saliva to the hand or to the ball and then rub the ball on a cloth material, be it their pants or their shirt, in order to get one side of the ball shiner. Now there's some skill in this. Even though they get the ball shiner, there is some amount of skill in order to get the ball to swing. Now it all depends on how the bowler will position the ball in the hand. As I said earlier, the shiner side of the ball, the breeze or the wind, will pass faster over the shiner side of the ball, therefore allowing the ball to swing. Now, if the bowler wants the ball to swing in a particular direction, then he has to know exactly how to position the ball in the hand. Whether he's going to make sure that the shiner side of the ball is pointed towards the slip or the rougher side of the ball is pointed toward the slip in order to get the ball to swing in the direction that he's looking for. So having said that, one can now understand that the way in which the ball is kept throughout a bowling innings can decide how well your pace bowler or your medium pace bowler will perform throughout the bowling innings. Now we see where the ICC is taking a look at what can be done going forward as it relates to coming up with a strategy to help the bowlers get the ball to swing. With what is going on now, applying saliva and sweat to the ball might not be the best idea. That I can understand. Alright, so further down in the article, we see where Chappell stated that captains should be asked to come up with a list of natural substances that would help bowlers to swing the ball. Now, for the life of me, I cannot understand why you would want to introduce other substances into the game. Why you'd want to introduce something foreign to the game. I am assuming that they are thinking of things like varnish that you can use to polish the ball to make sure one side is shiner or whatever substance they come up with. But I cannot understand why they wouldn't just allow the bowlers to bowl the ball. If you're not able to just rub the ball on your clothes without saliva or sweat to get it shine, just bowl. You don't need to introduce something foreign to the game. Now, it is also a bit ironic that just over a couple of years ago, Stephen Smith and a couple more of senior players were banned for ball tampering. The bitter taste is still there in a lot of fans. In the mouth of a lot of fans as it relates to the big ball tampering incident with Steve Smith, David Warner, and a couple more of the guys. Now to see some of the same persons that would have criticized them now suggesting using foreign substance is a bit funny and ironic. Mark you, I do understand that it is because of the fact that they are not able to apply sweat and saliva now why they think that they need to introduce something foreign. But I cannot see why they wouldn't just allow the bowlers to bowl the ball without applying something new to the ball. Right now, based on how I see it, if players are unable to get perfect swing, the best thing to do is to look at their angle of delivery or even how the ball spit out of the wrist. Players can simply adjust how they deliver the ball in order to get some form of deviation or movement, Market, it won't be as big as before, but at least they wouldn't be introducing anything foreign to the game. Working on wrist movement upon delivery is a natural way of affecting a ball trajectory. So if I just run in and kick and lock my wrist and just bowl straight, then the ball is expected to, to basically travel in a straight line. I mean, you might get some amount of movement, but if a player should angle the wrist in a certain way, then the trajectory of the ball is going to change. So I don't know why they wouldn't just encourage that instead of encouraging players to come up with substances that can be applied to the ball in order to get the ball to swing. For years upon years, players have been accused of using different objects to affect the ball. We see where players would have used sandpaper, zipper, and even teeth. A lot of players would have been caught biting the ball in order to change the condition of the ball. I mean, right now is a good time for us to stop and take a look at how we can improve the game. But I think something like this would just be backward thinking. I cannot see why you would want players to apply foreign substance to the ball in order to get the ball to swing. If a bowler cannot just come in and bowl the ball and the ball deviate in the air, then all the bowler have to do is just bowl the ball normally. You don't need to apply foreign substance to the ball. So seeing that you're going to bring in something new to the game now to assist the bowlers, what are you going to do for the batsman? Is it that you're going to allow them to make the bat half-inch thicker? Is that they're going to be allowed to put a half-inch on the bat? Be it the width or the length of the bat? I am most definitely certain that the answer is going to be no. So why would you want to give the bowler an advantage? I can understand that when they're applying their sweat and their saliva, that is natural. That is something that they would be taken from the body. It is basically similar to how the batsman would be batting on his hand, he's sweating, and he might just take off his tips and rub up his hand on the pitch in order to get it dry. I can understand that. But I can understand why you would want to apply something to the ball. The batsman is not applying something to his bat. It is not the case where the batsman is applying something to his bat in order to get the ball to travel further, So why you want to apply something to the ball? Right now, with the whole pandemic, it is a good time for us to pause and take a look at the game to see some of the things that we can change and improve upon. But I don't think this is something that I would want to see in the game right now. Having read the article in its entirety, I can assure you that I understand what Ian Chappell is saying. I know that this is his opinion. He's not saying this is how it should be done. He's just suggesting that this can be done. But I personally think that you don't need to add anything to the ball. Give the bowler the ball, make the man run in and bowl the ball. If he's unable to get the ball to deviate, then nothing wrong with that. Just bowl the ball normally. You understand? These, though, are just my views. Sports to the bone, keeping you informed. Please remember to like, share, leave us a comment. If you have not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe.